Sounds awful, but unfortunately that's real life for me. So I made myself a little schedule. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that. Starting the week off with some studying at work, and of course during my lunch break trying to fit in some studying as well. Hello everyone, it's Sunday, 8:30 p.m. today, and I pretty much just got back from work. I thought I'd vlog this week because today marks 2 weeks since I started re-studying for the MCAT exam. And as you guys probably already know, if you watched my videos, or if you didn't, I am retaking the MCAT for the third time, which sounds awful, but unfortunately that's real life for me. And I want to be able to share a lot of the good and the bad, and so this is some of the bad, so I don't want to not talk about it or sugarcoat it. I've also definitely felt overwhelmed and just kind of getting back into the groove of things, of studying again, especially for like this beast of an exam. And I feel like that's also why I didn't want to vlog the first 2 weeks. I wanted to give myself an emotional break and be able to like transition into this new like period of my life, because pretty much I don't really have free days anymore. I work 3 times a week, and then the days that I don't work, I really try to cram in a lot of studying. And even though sometimes it doesn't feel like I'm studying a lot, I end up sitting for hours, and I feel like my day goes by so fast, and I feel like I haven't even learned that much throughout that day. But anyways, I thought I'd show you guys this week, show you a little bit of how I study, what I'm doing different, and yeah. Pretty much I created a little schedule for myself. I gave myself about, I think it was 3 months when I figured I should probably think about retaking the MCAT again, and then it ended up being about 2.5 months when I really started studying, that I gave myself before the exam. And pretty much one of the first things I changed was the company through which I'm studying for. And previously I used Kaplan books just because I had them, and now I'm using a friend's Next Step books that he used for the exam. And first thing I noticed is that they're actually a lot harder to read. They combine a lot of information, so I'll start a chem chapter and it'll be a lot of orgo that I haven't even reviewed yet. So it's harder, but in a way it's good because it forces you to connect the subjects and really see something over and over again. But that was the first change that I've made. So I made myself a little schedule, and I'm looking at it now on the computer. And what I've done is I've pretty much given myself 2 to 3 chapters to read on the days that I'm free. And then once I do that, another day that I'm free, I'll do 2 to 3 new chapters, and then I'll review the previous day's material. And that way I can kind of go over it, solidify it in my mind, and that kind of repeats from day to day. And then the days that I do have work, I just tend to focus on like the little things. I want to go over the questions that I did wrong, maybe reread some of the notes to make sure I remember them, and then maybe do a cards passage. So it's very light because I don't have that much time at work or after work. So it might look a little bit unorganized. I promise it's organized in my head. But on the left side, the left table, the numbers correspond to the numbers in blue on the calendar, and then the column to the right, the numbers in red, they correspond to the red numbers on the calendar. And so the blue days are the days that I'm free, and the red days are the days that I work. And then I have X's to mark the days that passed. Green boxes are the things that I already completed. Yellow is what is overdue, or what I have to do this day. And pretty much with this schedule, I'm looking to be done mid-July with just content review. So far, my biggest change has just been changing my schedule a little bit, using a new company to prep for content and for practice exams, because I'm also going to get practice exams from them. And then the other big change that I made just yesterday was I decided to get a tutor. And I just want someone who's taken the exam before, knows what it's like, had to work for it too, like maybe struggled a little bit like I did, so they would understand where I'm coming from and how to help me understand the information better and like approach the MCAT better. And so basically I have these tutoring sessions, which I'm planning on doing twice a week, and they're going to be 1 hour each. And I got them through Varsity Tutors, so I can let you guys know what that's like as well. My first tutoring session is actually tomorrow. And so far, I think I'm just going to ask for tips, maybe go over some questions, see how they approach doing passages versus how I do it, go over some questions I got wrong and don't understand. I don't know, we'll see. This is the first session, so we'll see what it's like. But basically, I think that is it for my schedule right now. That was kind of a rough breakdown. I just wanted to show you guys like the visual of how I had it all set up and the little changes that I made in terms of studying. That's all I wanted to share. So yeah, I have a couple diagnostic tests and things to confirm for my tutoring tomorrow, so that's what I'm going to do the rest of the day, and then I'm gonna go to bed early. I'm tired from today, and yeah, basically I'll see you guys tomorrow. This whole thing is gonna continue. Good morning, it's Monday, 10 a.m. right now. I just had my 1-hour tutoring session, and I'm gonna say it's so awesome. Like, most of the time we just spent on looking over my schedule, how I'm studying, going over a little bit of the things that I'm supposed to know, but my tutor was awesome. I'm so happy I got her. And so far she's been very helpful, very knowledgeable, like very professional, so I'm really happy with how it went. And yeah, so now I'm gonna incorporate some of the things that she was talking about, go over it, kind of compile it together so it's a little more organized for me, so I can incorporate her plan of study with my plan of study. And yeah, I'm just really happy. I think it went well. Finished my cards passage for today, so I'm going to mark this green. And I am a little behind, so I do have to start chemistry now. This is pretty much what all my days look like. I sit down with the textbook and my notebook, and in the beginning, as you see, as you're going to see, this has changed, but in the beginning, I would take handwritten notes because I thought that it really was the best way for me to understand the information and then remember it long term. So I would read the chapter, and as something came up that I wanted to remember, I would write down notes about it. So it was a lot of note taking in the beginning. Study break today is going to be a soccer game. I'm going there at 7:30, and I'm kind of trying to read these cards at the same time. It's Tuesday, 7 a.m. today, and I'm going to work. Plan for today, since I'm at work, is going to be just some light studying and reviewing, pretty much going over notes that I've written, formulas, and there's some things that I went over with my tutor, some like quick study sheets that we talked about how I should memorize. Cramming in a little bit studying at work, only when I have a free minute, and then coming home and going over my study sheets before bed. Today is Wednesday, and it's 10:30 in the morning. Another day of work today. The plan for me today, in terms of studying as much as I can get, is going to be to review that 90-page packet of like all the notes on all the sciences, and then I do want to finish one biochem chapter. And this doesn't seem like a lot, but at work, when you're constantly doing things, it's really nice if you could even get through one chapter. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Good morning. It's Thursday, 11:30 a.m. right now. I am going to start studying for today. I have a little bit of catching up to do. I'm almost done with this biochem chapter, and then I'm gonna continue on to do these, and then I have these to catch up on for today. But I am trying to, I know it looks like I'm behind. I am trying to give myself time to really understand each chapter and remember a lot from each chapter, and like reread the notes from the chapter that I just took it on. So even with my tutor, when I was talking, we agreed that 2 chapters a day is fine. So and back to studying. This is once again what the day pretty much looks like all day, every day. I'm not sure what subject I'm studying here right now, but as you can see, taking a lot of handwritten notes again, and definitely interpreting Anki later on has saved me some time. Doesn't take as long to make the flashcards as it does to take all these notes. This is the practice passage and practice questions I do at the end of each chapter, which is very nice, very good for review, and I do them at the end of my notes. This is pretty much the only part that I use this notebook for nowadays. One thing that I was recommended to get for additional studying is this book, and I actually just got it. And the person that recommended to me was my tutor. Oh my god. This is the book, and it's a practice workbook full of science passages, and apparently she told me there was a passage for pretty much like every concept in every chapter. So it's not like there's only one passage for the first chapter of bio. There's going to be multiple passages corresponding to multiple parts of different chapters of only chapter 1 of bio. So a lot of passages. And it makes sense because look at how thick it is. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that. Good morning, it's 9 a.m. today. I'm about to have tutoring in like a minute, so I'll check in with you guys after. Just finished with my tutoring sessions. I made some breakfast, and the plan for me now is I'm gonna review some of the notes that I took. I've only pretty much made it through like 4 chapters of content review in each book this time around so far, and what I'm gonna do is just go through some of the notes and then take a full-length practice test today and see how I'm doing. Alright, I'm starting my exam now, so I'll see you guys in however long it takes. I'll see you after. Just wanted to say that I'm halfway through and I am dying. I don't know why this still seems so hard after I've taken so many practice exams to get through a full length. My brain is already exhausted and I'm only halfway. So I didn't really end up having a closing to this video, and it's because after I took the practice exam and saw my score, I really wasn't happy and I almost felt defeated from the score that I got after I started studying again. And I know it's very early and I've only covered a couple chapters so far in my progress here, so I shouldn't really expect to be getting a very great score, but I still wanted to see a better score than what I got, and I just felt upset. So yeah, that's why there wasn't really an end to this video. But it's only up from here and still plenty of time to study, so hoping for results, for some good, happy results soon. I hope you guys had a good week, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!